Hey everyone, obviously it's me, Matt, and I've got just doing this video as the text says, in reference to the skeptical prospect. I asked the question during the week, and if people wanted a video on a great solution to that, I would shoot one. So here's the video that I'm shooting. So it's Sunday night. I hope you're having a great weekend. If you're really going after it in your business, I'm sure you've been busy working at it already and you've got your week prepared and set ready for this coming week. I'm not going to be around much tomorrow in the group. I will put a post in there about something anyway, but meeting up with some team members and some friends, going to have some fun in Brighton, so look out for some interesting pictures and stuff that we're going to be putting out from there. So, right, skeptical prospects. I actually did an audio and a cheat sheet that I've got in a product that I've got, which is the follow-up from the lead generation product. So if you haven't grabbed that, then it could be worthwhile going and grabbing that. I'll put the link in the comments below here when I'm done. But I'm going to give you a snippet from that because it's actually to do with skeptical prospects and how you can deal with that, how you can alleviate and prevent that before even actually even presenting your video presentation, whatever it is that you're going to be presenting to them with. So without further ado, I'm going to read it as it's written, okay? And it's in the 8 steps to presenting mastery that I put together in a cheat sheet and an audio. Basically, you want to set up your presentation with anyone and everyone exactly the same way as you would do with any situation, with any prospect, whether they're skeptical or not. You want to make sure that you're always setting up the same way. Why? Because it will help create duplication when you bring in new members, and you'll also gain a good confidence and self-belief in yourself, because you're repeating the same thing over and over, and it makes it very, very duplicatable and very easy for you to be able to do. Now, in our particular network marketing company, we have what's called a 3-step setup, and that is something that is really, really important. And I'm going to read you out mine once I've given you the 3 main points. So the 3-step setup, you want to be going over your why, your vision, and how it's a big deal and that you're all in on this, and it doesn't matter if they're going to join you or not, you're still going to go ahead and build this thing, but you'd love to be able to build it with them. Okay, you're going to want to then get them to be able to agree and relate to you on your 3-step setup. Okay, so you want to get them to agree why you're doing it, get them to relate to your reason why you're doing this business, why you've taken those steps to actually get started, and get them to relate to your vision as to where you're going to be taking them forward to. Because if you can get them agreeing before they even see the presentation, well, guess what? They're already agreeing with you. They're already agreeing that they actually probably need to have a look at themselves, and that they need to do something as well to be able to change their situation, okay? And here's an extra little added bonus for you. Here's a question that I always like to ask, and I'm going to read this out word for word, so if you've got pen and paper, write this down, okay? What I always say is, just before I press play, I'm going to ask you this question, and I want you to ask yourself this question whilst you're watching this video. Let me start again. Can I show people this video? And do I feel comfortable showing people this video if I was to do this business? And that's what you want to ask your prospect. Because not only then are they watching the video, they're then actually thinking, well, actually, could I show someone this video? Could I show someone this presentation? How do I feel? Would I feel comfortable showing it? And 9 times out of 10, if it's a professional presentation, or it's a very good high quality presentation, or a very easy to watch video with lots of information, you're definitely going to get people that are going to go, yeah, I could do that. So when the video finishes, you're going to say to yourself, so do you reckon you could share this with people? They're going to go, well, yeah, I could. Okay, great. So what did you like best? And you can then lead in to finding out exactly what they like best. So as I promised, my 3-step setup, I just realised, blimey, we're going on for 4 minutes 40, almost 5 minutes. So, okay, so this is what I tend to do with mine. And this is how I approach it, and my why as to what I do. And I'm just going to go through it, and then I'm going to let you, I'll go back over the why, the vision, and excuse me, and the big deal all in. Well, the big deal all in is pretty obvious. I pretty much will say, look, this is it's a massive deal. It's a big deal, and this is why I'm going all in on this, because this is what's going to get me out of the mark, get me out of the situation that I'm in. And I use this every single time I go through the 3-step setup. Now, depending on how well I know the person as to how well the beginning bit will come in, because obviously people that I know and that already maybe trust me, I turn around and obviously, hi John, how you doing? Look, the reason why I've asked you here today is because although you think everything is great in my life at the moment, and don't get me wrong, a large part of my life is fantastic, and I'm doing some wonderful things for the future, but I've got to be straight with you. I'm taking on an extra income source because I'm just not making ends meet. We're finding finances a bit of a struggle. I'm very tight at the moment. As you know, my wife isn't particularly wonderfully well, and she's had to give up her job, so she should be at home to be able to rest more. So that's put more pressure onto the family finances, and this is why I've had to take on something which I want to show you today. What I've actually stumbled across is incredible. It's absolutely amazing, and I can see this, and I know, I can feel it, that it's going to bring us through this dark time that we're going through, and really bring us out the other side, and really set up an incredible future and foundation for our kids, for their futures as they grow older, and even for their children's children too. And that's how big this thing is, and it is a really big deal. And I'm throwing everything that I've got into this because it is it's a big deal. When you see the video, I'm sure you're going to understand what I'm saying. So before we get into the video, all I'm going to simply ask you is to have an open mind, watch the video, and whilst you're watching it, just ask yourself this question: do I feel comfortable watching it, and would I feel comfortable sharing this video with other people, and how do I feel that I would be able to do that? Okay, so watch the video. I'm just simply going to press play. It's about 10-15 minutes long, and I can answer your questions afterwards. So with you, I don't know how your financial situation is, but I'm sure you're probably in a similar situation. Who isn't nowadays, who isn't looking for extra money and looking for a better life, right? Get them to interact with you before you press play. And then I press play. And that's it. And then at the end of the video, I go through obviously saying, so do you think you could share this with other people? Do you feel comfortable sharing this with other people that you know? And they're going to say yes, so you've already got them agreeing. And then you simply turn around and say, well, okay, look, what did you like best? Did you like the product? Did you like the business? Did you like both? Which one stood out more for you? And whichever one they go with, you lead down that road. So if they turn around and say, yeah, well, actually, I really like the product. Well, that's fantastic. I thought you would, which is why I really wanted you to see the video or see the presentation, because I knew that you'd relate to the product. So, what did you like most about the product? And you can go into that detail, get them agreeing more, get them, and interact with them as far as agreeing with them all the time, because that way then you're going to be able to really, really bring them and close them without actually having to say, so you're ready to get started. At the point when they turn around and say, yes, I really like the product, and they relate, and you get them relating, you want to turn and say, well, okay, so, let's get you signed in to the product and get you started on that aspect, so at least you can get the product right. And they're going to say, yeah, sure, definitely, and they're going to sign. Whilst they're doing that, you want to turn around and say, so can I ask, just curious, what didn't you like about the business aspect? Or was the business aspect great, but you just want to test the water with the product first? And get them then engaging with you whilst they're filling the form out about the product, about the business aspect. They've already made the decision to have the product, so that's fine, get that done. But then talk to them about that business aspect, see what they're saying, refer back to maybe something they said before the video to get them to then talk to you about, well, okay, you agreed that you needed extra income, so what bit about this business, about the business aspect, did you not resonate with? This is going to, if you like the product, you're going to be able to refer people to that, and you're going to earn an income from that. So what is it that's holding you back on that aspect? Is it the fact that you don't think you can do it, or what is it? And get them to open up to you, because you're better to answer those objections there and then. And I'm pretty certain if you've got them already signing up your product, you're going to get them signed up to the business as well. Now, if they still don't, or they're not interested in the business aspect, then that's fine. Don't push it. Just bring them in on the product, because that's what every network marketer, every home business owner is actually getting paid on, is actual product sales. Okay, so don't go in for the kill if the kill's not there ready to go and get, right? So look, I'm going to cut it short there. That's the way you can deal with skeptical prospects. Get them to resonate with you before they even see the presentation. Lower that resistance with them and get them to understand your reasons why. Get them relating to your reasons why you're doing it and to your vision, because they haven't created their own vision. They've got dreams, pipe dreams of what they would like to do in their future, but they've not really sat down and put a plan of action into place like you have. So get them relating to what you've already laid out for yourself, and that then lowers their resistance to actually going, actually, you know what, he's got some stuff really ready to go, so I want to follow that too. So look, I'm sounding a bit bunged up because I'm actually getting over a cold that I picked up a couple of days ago. So anyway, look, I'm going to go. It's 11.5 minutes. Thank you for stopping by and watching. I hope you've got value from what I've just given you there for the skeptical prospect, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I shall ask a question again during the week whether you want more detailed information on something. Hope you do. I enjoy doing these, and I will catch up with you soon. I'll try and do a Facebook Live video from Brighton somewhere with the team that I'm going to be hanging around with tomorrow morning. So show you some of the sights of Brighton. All the best. Have a great Sunday night. Get your week planned around your schedule so you know when you're going to be doing what you're doing. Okay, it's really important that you actually have things allocated. Having a to-do list is great, but allocating time to that to-do list and being realistic with that time is even more powerful. So make today count, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye now.